Hey guys, Ben Rising here, and welcome to Flip the Switch with G5. Today we're going to just talk about a couple broadheads that G5 makes here in the USA that we think are just great broadheads. We've been using them. I've been using G5 broadheads for about 7-8 years here on the show, Whitetail Edge. Started out using the Havoc, went to the Dead Meat, then started using the MegaMeat with the 2-inch cut. Then last year they came out with the T2, 2-blade, 2-inch cut, awesome broadhead. It's a really fast striking, super quiet, sleek missile type broadhead. But anyways, real quick, this setup right here that we're shooting out of this setup is a 100 grain MegaMeat. This is a match grade FMJ by Easton. This is 11 grains per inch arrow right here. 340 spine. This arrow setup right here is shooting, it's 490 grains right here total. And this is Javen's arrow here. He's shooting this out of a 30-inch prime form this year. And he's really pleased with the performance. But these broadheads are flawless. This collar system is awesome. It's way different than what they used to have like on the Havocs years ago. Works really great. They do not rattle in your quiver. They make no noise. And they don't just pop, but when you hit a deer, they come open really quick and they make devastating holes. I mean, this is the most devastating broadhead I've shot in my life on deer. It just is. Now, there's a lot of broadheads I haven't shot over the years, but this one, that other people make that are, I'm sure, are great broadheads. I am just telling you what I like and what I've had a lot of success with. I shot a big deer in Illinois last year with the T2, first year I ever used it. Big, well over 225-pound whitetail in, corn country. Big old fat buck. The arrow blew through that deer like it was butter. But the T2, like I said, it flies like a missile. It doesn't even have a collar system. It's retained from the front. And so, basically when it penetrates, it pops it open. Almost impossible for it to fail. These blades are wicked sharp. That's the one thing about G5. They are super sharp cutting broadheads. They make great blood trails. They wedge, like this thing here is going to wedge through some bone big time. If I was to say I was going to hit a deer in the ribs or the shoulder, I do believe this would be the broadhead I would want to be using. For good broadside shots, bad gut shot, marginal hit into the body, I want this broadhead right here, the MegaMeat. This thing makes giant holes. And one thing I have found, and I can truly say I have never had to adjust my sight one time, ever, to switch from field points to the hunting heads that G5 produces. Just never had to do it. They're just great broadheads made here in the USA. A lot of people like to have broadheads that, they can resharpen, reuse. I'm not going to say that you're going to do that a lot with these broadheads. I'll just be honest. I mean, on a big old buck, if you hit it, it's probably going to be a one-time shot. You may be able to reuse it on a doe. But to me personally, I'm not too worried about it. I know I get free broadheads. I can say that. But even when I used to buy my own broadheads, I just wanted that one broadhead to do its job on that big buck I was chasing. And as long as it did that, I was happy with what I spent on it. And so, like I said, I'll reuse them sometimes on does if possible, if the blades aren't too bent. But what I want that broadhead to do is its job the first time when I shoot that really big buck or that elk or whatever you may be hunting. It will do the job. So there you have it. All these products right here, the Eastons, G5, they're made in the USA, the prime bows. Give them a shot. I know if you go and shoot a prime bow, you're going to be impressed and you won't be disappointed. I think you'll be more surprised than anything of how well they shoot, how easy to hold on target they are, and the products that G5 produces here in the USA for you to use as a hunter. Thanks for watching Whitetail Edge, and I hope you fill your tag this year.